In order to subscribe to my channel, please click here or click here. Please share, comment, and like my videos and channel. Hello guys, welcome back to SaaS with ServiceNow. This is part of ServiceNow 4 minutes video for developers. This is the next lesson of series of REST integration in ServiceNow. In this lesson, we will learn about sending dynamic data with outbound REST message in ServiceNow. We will learn how to create post method for outbound REST message. And we will also learn sending dynamic data with outbound REST message. So let's go to my personal developer instance. So if you have seen my previous videos, we just showed a demo with 2 instances. So basically this is the secondary instance and we have another instance which is our primary instance. So here is our primary instance, that's basically the source instance, and this is the secondary instance. So whatever REST message we created in our previous videos, we created in this primary instance so that it can fetch the data. But as I mentioned, in this particular session, I will be creating a record in another instance. And for that, we have to create a post method. So in our previous sessions, we talked about get method. But now I will create the record in another instance. And for that, we will create post method. So what I will do, I will quickly go to REST message, which is under system web services, and I will go to the same REST message which we created earlier. And as you can see here, we already had this default get which we created last time, which was automatically created. Basically we didn't create manually, it was automatically created whenever you create a new REST message. So what I will do now, I will create a new method which will be for post, and here I will just give it a name. So maybe I will do create incident, and I will select the post. So maybe I will do create incident, I will select post. Now here I have to provide the details. What details? These details should be from another instance. That means your third-party system, which is ServiceNow instance as of now. So I will go to that instance over here. Now, as I mentioned earlier, REST API Explorer is the best feature of ServiceNow, which you can basically provide to your consumers or whomsoever wants to integrate with your instance, because it gives you the ready things. So I will go to REST API Explorer and we will create this incident in incident table. So we will go to REST API Explorer and I will select here post. So you will see that get is already selected. So I will click on post, which already says create a record with post, and I will select the table. So we will select the table quickly. So this is the table incident, because that's what we are going to create the record. I'm not going to give any parameter over here. Request headers. Now here I have to generate the body. Now, in order to create the incident, you definitely have to send something, because you cannot do it without any request body. You want to populate some data. So in that case, we will populate maybe short description. And I will just mention this is a test for YouTube. Let's do that. So I have short description. At the same time, we will also make caller. So because caller is mandatory, so I will just select caller. And I can put caller's email address as well. So what I will do, I will just go to maybe sys_user.list, because I want to get that email address. So we already have this email address selected for Fred Ludi. We have this. So I will come over here and I will put email address, and we will see whether we are able to create incident or not. So I will quickly click on send. If I will do that, it would ask me that you're going to modify the data. That's okay. So it says 201, it is created and incident is over here. And if I go to list of incidents, so let's say if I go to incident.idolist, it will open it in a new tab. So this is the test for YouTube. Now this one, you can see caller is also populated. Now this one was created from this own instance, this in particular instance only, but we have to create it from the another instance, that's a source instance, which is this one. So I will go back to my destination instance. Now here we have this response body. Now, how exactly you can create it from another instance? For that, we will basically copy some details from here and we will put it in our REST message, outbound REST message. So I will copy this endpoint first. I will copy, go over here, put the endpoint. This is for post this time. I will select the authentication. We can check the get the authentication directly from our main parent REST message. So that's fine. You don't have to change anything. Here I will select the headers. So if I go over here for header, it says accept. So I will go for accept, because accept is something to accept the format. So I will basically mention accept, and I will select this application/JSON because I want to accept the data in JSON. Now this content type. Now if I talk about get method, ideally you won't need content type because you're not sending any kind of content. But in basically post, you definitely have to send some data to your destination instance. In that case, you will select the content type as well, that in what format you are sending to your source destination instance. So that format is this time is JSON, and here is the body, that's JSON format. So if I just copy this one, and what I will do, I will just put it over here. I'm done. You will see that same kind of incident, but let's do one thing. I will make it this is a second test, just to identify and recognize that this is the one which we are going to create. So let's do that, and I'm done. I will just click on save. This will create a post method for this particular REST message. And if I created this, so you can see we have this content now. I just need to click on test to perform this testing, whether it is able to create something in another instance or not. If I click on test, you can see the incident was created because we got this 201 here again, and here is the content, here is the endpoint, and we got the response, and the incident number is this 120. And if I go over here, let's check that whether that incident was created or not. If I refresh the list, absolutely, you can see here it created. This is a second test for YouTube. So this is how you create a post method in ServiceNow for REST message, which can create records in different third-party instances in third-party application. Now this is just a demo, because in order to show you this demo, I just used a second ServiceNow instance. But as I mentioned earlier, I will be creating an integration for YouTube as well. So just watch my further videos of this series, so you will find an integration for YouTube as well, and that is also direct integration and with recordless as well. But as of now, I'm just showing you for our ServiceNow instances, so I'm just integrating two ServiceNow instances. So as of now, we just created the record directly. Now let's come to the main topic for which we have created this video, and that topic is sending dynamic data. Because as of now, if I talk about from this instance, I'm just sending the static data, which I have just mentioned in this I would say body. Now how exactly I can send the dynamic data? Now in order to create that script, you don't need basically directly from here. There's another way, best way I would say, go over here, go to your REST API Explorer, come over here, and here is ServiceNow script. Just click on it. You can see it will automatically give you the ready script on your table, which you can use in your script, in your source instance. So I will just copy this. Okay, it's gone. I will click again. I will select snippet. I will copy this. I will go to my source instance. That's a primary instance I have. And what I will do now, I'm not going to use direct REST message. I will be using the recordless. So what I will do, I will go to incidents, and we will create a business rule. So I will come over here, and if I go to business rules, because now we are talking about sending dynamic data. So I will click on new in order to create a new business rule. I will give it a name, maybe create incident in. In the meantime, because I don't want to lose my script, so I will just paste it over here. I will come over here. What I will do, I will just copy this one and I will just mention like this. Now here we have to put the condition that when exactly you want to run it. So we will make it async because we want to run it in the background. We don't want the response maybe right away. So I will do it async. I may be on insert, but at the same time I will put the condition as well. Let's say I will put short description starts with that another instance. That's our destination instance. So that's it. I will go to advanced. Now here you can see that I have this basically script which will basically create this API call. Basically that's the event. So whenever I will create a new incident, it will trigger this API, basically the script, and trigger the API call with this REST message and send to that destination instance and create the record. So here you can see main I would say main line of code. So maybe let me show you with full screen. So here's the request where we create the REST message API. We declare it. So we create the object for that. Then I'm just setting the endpoint, which is the same, which we copied it from there. And we have this method. So method this time is not get, it is post. Here we have username and the password. And here also it says set basic authentication. That's what we want to use. And what I can do, maybe I will just provide the password, and the password would be, I will not show you, but I will just mention the password. So I will do like this. So I have provided the password, and anything else, I will come over here, content type, everything is there, headers are there. Now here you can see, here we have the request body. I will just put it in the next line so that you understand it. Here you can see we are setting the request body, which we were setting directly from the REST API Explorer. And that's how you can send the dynamic data. But before changing this dynamic data, what I will do, I will quickly show you that how exactly I can send it from here, from this script, rather than the test from the REST method. So what I will do, this is a third test. And I will keep the user as it is. Now, why I'm just sending over here? You can see we have this Fred Ludi. So I'm just putting the static value for now. And here we have response.this. I can do one thing. What I can do, I can basically update. I can update the response in the work notes maybe. So rather than gs.log, I can just comment this. I will come a little bit bottom maybe, and what I can do, I can, let's say, current dot work notes equal to, and I can do response dot, I can just do get body. That's it. So I can update it, and I can do current dot update. And you are done. So we will just save the script now. So I will click on save. So our business rule is created. Now what I will do, I will create a test. So we will create a test incident. So as you know, we have mentioned the condition as the short description should start with this. So I will just copy this one. And I will go to incident, let's say this one. So we will just create a new incident. And this time I'm just selecting the caller, because as you know, we are sending the static values. We have not sent the dynamic yet. And I will show you how we will convert this to dynamic quickly. So I will start with dev. That's it. Maybe I will put test. That's it. And if I click on save, you will see that we got the response. That means incident was created, and this is the incident number we got. And if I go to my another instance and I go to incidents, I refresh the list, You can see it says this is a third test for YouTube, and I also got this caller over here. So, but as of now, I'm still sending the static values. So if I come over here and I go to my business rule, let's say, I will go to business rules, because now I want to send the dynamic data rather than static data. So I will go to our business rules. I will go to advanced. Here is our script. Now, if you will see the body, as of now, I'm just sending the static data. It is not dynamic. If I need to send whatever short description I mention over here and whatever user's email is there, if I send that, how about that? That means it's dynamic. So whenever I create any incident in this particular instance, that is primary instance, and whatever data I select in my own instance, then it should create same incident, same information in another instance as well. That's how you will call it as dynamic. So in that case, what I will do, I will just remove it from here. So maybe I will make it plus. So I will make it plus. But at the same time, I have to, because it's escape basically. So that's why I'm using this particular feature. So maybe I will do like this. And then I will put over here current. I can just do like this. And then I can put plus again. And here I can do current dot short description. That means this way, this will send this dynamic short description. Whatever data I will put in my new incident, it will always send that to the another instance. So I will send current dot short description. Then I will come over here. Now here we are sending the email. I can again make it dynamic. We will do plus, and we will also make it this double quotations, and I will do current dot caller underscore ID dot email. If I do that, and I will do plus, and I will just remove this one, and that's it. So I can just remove this one. So we have these basically escape characters as well. So like you can see we have added this slash because as part of the JSON data, we have to send this double quotations to create the JSON data. That's a format of JSON. That's the reason we are using these. So you have to make sure that you're not making any mistake, because syntax is very important over here. So now I have provided the caller ID email, and I have provided the current short description. So whatever data I will select, it will send accordingly. And I am getting this current dot caller underscore ID dot email. And I think that's it. I don't have to do anything else. So I will click on save now. This will save our business rule. And now I will create a new incident so that we can check whether we are able to send the dynamic data or not. So I will go to new incident form now. I will go to over here, and we will create a new incident. So we will select this Abraham Lincoln, let's say, and I'm sure this Abraham Lincoln is available in another instance as well, because it's the same personal developer instance. Now here I will just mention this name because that's what the condition we have. And after that, I will do test for dynamic data. Dynamic data from, and we will just copy the name of our this instance, that is primary instance, and I will just click on save. If I click on save, this will create the record, but let's see if it will create the record in another instance or not. And if I come over here, you can see I did not get any response. If I reload it, okay, I got it. So it took a little bit more time, but it basically received the response, and you can see it created this 2.5 incident. And if I go over here, I refresh the list, Absolutely, you can see it says test for dynamic data from dev this, and caller is also populated. The reason behind it, because this Abraham Lincoln is already available in this ServiceNow instance, because we are already pulling up the data of our ServiceNow instance, and both are same instance, like both are ServiceNow personal developer instance. So in that case, we have same data and we are able to send dynamic data to this destination instance. So this is how you can send dynamic data. As of now, we were sending short description and caller's email. It's up to you, whatever data you want to send to populate in your destination instance. This is in our ServiceNow instance. But if you want to send it to any third-party application which is not a ServiceNow instance and you have to send the dynamic data, you can also do that with this way. So this is how you create post method and send dynamic data to third-party applications.